coverage of the University of Waikato Four Nations is proudly brought to you by Vantage Windows and Doors, Tauranga City Council, TECT, and Hamilton City Council.
Just come in here with me, mate. Okay, welcome back to Mount Maunganui. It's an awesome night. We are watching Four Nations battle it out in hockey. And with me is the CEO of Hockey New Zealand, Ian Francis. How are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks.
So did you see the first match, India-Japan? What were your thoughts?
Yeah, it was very good to see, and it's fantastic to have a good crowd coming in already for the University of Waikato Four Nations. We're super excited and looking forward to the next match as well.
And there's very generous downpour too, because it sort of got the pitch nice and wet. For anyone that doesn't follow hockey, what is the whole point about water in the pitch?
Yeah, we need to have a wet turf so the ball actually runs really smooth and runs quickly as well. So yeah, that downpour was very handy, but also we'll keep it nice and watered as well.
This is awesome for the area too, like Mount Maunganui. We're talking about these big teams that are arriving, like Belgium, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. Belgium's probably one of the form teams around the world at the moment, and we've got a real strategy around taking the test matches around the country, and to bring it into Tauranga this week and Hamilton next week is really important for us. We can do the leverage and legacy stuff. The local kids, families, coaches all get to see the best in the world. So yeah, we're really pleased that we've got this here, and really pleased for the local community. And
what are you looking forward to the next match, Belgium versus the Vantage Black Sticks?
Vantage Black Sticks win, and we're using this as a lead into the Commonwealth Games, obviously in April, which is in the Gold Coast. It's in our time zone, so it's a really important event for us. And we're looking forward to seeing how Darren and the team really go against, like I said, one of the form teams in the world at the moment.
Awesome. Ian Francis, CEO of Hockey New Zealand. We're about to get into this match. If you're watching on Facebook Live, don't forget to leave comments. And, of course, going for your favourite team. That'll be the Vantage Black Sticks. And we'll cross to the commentary team now.
Kia ora and welcome back to the commentary box up here. I have Bev and Hari joining me for the second match between New Zealand and Belgium. How's it going, Bev?
Very good, very good. Good to be here. Moved down to Tauranga just recently and enjoying it. Although it's a bit blustery and windy tonight, but nice and cool. It was pretty warm the last few days, so I'm pretty glad it's cooled down a bit for the boys. Everyone's looking pretty sharp, pretty good crowd in tonight as well.
The two teams have been warming up on the far pitch and they look like they're lining up and about ready to go. So you played for New Zealand for a number of years, Bev. Did you come up against the Belgians very often?
Yes, we did. We were talking about it. I had dinner with the New Zealand boys last night, and going on a few previous games we played, and in the qualifier was the first time we played against them for the 2000 Olympics, and we'd lost, and they put us out of the game. So that was the introduction to Belgium. So that was pretty good. I also played a season over there at the Heracles Club. So. Hello to everyone over there, Belgium. They're watching this morning. And yeah, they're a very good team. They've come a long way in the last few years as well. Very, very good team now. I think we're ranked third in the world. Olympic silver medalist from the 2016 games. So, and yeah, very highly ranked in Europe.
I like to think it's the New Zealand coaching that has really put them over the top in terms of their World Hockey ranking.
Oh, yes. Well, we were over there coaching a few years ago, and just seeing they all come through now, these young fellas. Marie Kirsters, he was in the club I played for. He's down there. He's looking pretty good too, and he's been playing really well. So, and you, when he was only a young fella, so you see some skill out of him. You probably came from me, I imagine.
Is he going to pull out some of your signature moves today that you taught him?
Yeah, watch his backstick shots at goal. Hopefully they don't go into that. But yeah, you watch. He's pretty got some powerful shots and some freaky skills. I like a lot of the other Belgian guys as well. So yeah, he's pretty sharp. And tall looking team as well.
There's some pretty big rigs out there on both sides.
Yeah. Flags blown in the wind.
So the teams are huddling up. We are locked and loaded here, ready to go. The crowd is at pretty full capacity. The stands are full, people lining up around the turf. And we are just about to get underway here for the start of the match between New Zealand and Belgium.
underway. New Zealand with the ball. Heading off. Ooh. Almost straight into the action in the first 10 seconds.
Yeah, straight into it with a nice high ball from the back. Getting forward, giving the Belgian defenders a little bit of trouble. There is a number of very top world-class players here to watch out for. Number 7 for Belgium, John Doman, playing in the middle of the field. He is closing in on 350 caps.
For the New Zealand side, I think Hugo Inglis must be coming up close to a couple of hundred caps as well.
Yeah, he's pretty close to getting to his 200th cap, so there's a lot of experience on the field today.
It's a typical cautious start. Belgium's trying to get as many touches on the ball as they can. First opening stanza. New Zealand got everyone back inside the 25. Big turnover. Overhead coming. Big tick.
Oh, fancy pass between the legs there. Releasing the Belgium strikers forward. Pretty well cleaned up by Blair Tarrant, but not cleared well.
Still a bit of danger here. Yeah, well done by Blair Tarrant in front of the goal there. Good interference. Good composure at the start.
Oh, turnover coming out of defence as Belgium hot on attack.
Shot. Yeah, some pretty couple of behind the back passes, showing some flair to the very early on.
New Zealand camped within their own 25 here.
Taken quickly. New Zealand cap. Oh.
Couple of lifted balls there. Umpire just stopping play, keeping things pretty safe for the players. It's another lifted pass. I think we've seen more aerial balls in the game. We have flat ones so far, and again.
Oh,
another mistake from a Belgian defender under the high ball. That's got to be a bit concerning to start with.
yeah. So that's why New Zealand's throwing them in behind. There was a little bit of a chance there.
Hayden Phillips on the ball for New Zealand.
Yeah, he's been taken on. Change over.
And that was John Doman on the ball. I'll end up calling his name quite often. He's one of my favourite players, so I'll probably mention it every time he's on the ball.
Look down. An error there. Henry. Subs being made thick and fast already. Only 3 minutes into the game. 4 minutes in then.
You wouldn't have gone off that quickly when you were playing, would you?
It's a whole different scenario now. These guys do a bit of running.
You would have been in there till half time.
And just pretend you didn't hear and you get tooled off. Oh, no, I didn't hear him. Stay in there. New Zealand breakaway again.
Another good aerial ball from the New Zealanders. They're clearly favouring that tactic at the moment.
Yeah. And particularly the right-hand side of the field as well. New Zealand going down there predominantly. There's a lot of movement in the high forwards as well. The Belgian team. New Zealand looking pretty solid in the midfield there, though. Press here. You guys put the press on. Beaten.
George Muir getting himself in the way.
Another circle entry. And a shot. It actually wasn't a shot, it was a pass that went in the air. Armory Curses has scored that touch. Does he come out of nowhere? I want to see that ball across the back line's lifted, but doesn't. Things the umpire doesn't think it was dangerous.
There it is, the ball on the back line, all too easily, just kind of passed across, and man just standing in front of goal, easily taps it away. 1-0 to Belgium.
1 minute in. 5 minutes into the game.
So what can New Zealand do to reply here? Ball in the middle with Aiden Shirakai.
Backwards on another very talented young player, that one. Oh.
Yeah, a couple of good Midlands boys linking up there for the middle. But Belgium are back on attack.
Okay, well cleaned up by Tarrant.
Yeah, the cool head of Captain Blair Tarrant, pretty safe back there.
Just saw a foot in there.
Starting to see already a little bit more intensity from this game. The speed when they do start to get the ball going is quite quick.
Yeah. So hold it for a while and they took their opportunity to go. The Belgian team is New Zealand's pretty similar as well. And there's a go making a break down the right hand side. One touch pass. Yeah, Belgian forwards looking to carry it to the circle edge and looking for passes across the circle. The tackle.
Felix Torneo approaching 25.
Yeah. Well done.
He's been pinched by Hugo Inglis.
Yeah. With the free hit. Probably would have wanted a bit more advantage on that ball there. Good skills, nice. Turn there. George Muir on the outside right hand flank. Turn over though. And some very nice skills from the Belgium defender there. But well done, New Zealand. The turnover will force the corner,
Yeah,
long corner.
Himself a long corner. Nick Ross sends it back to Blair Tarrant. Across to Aaron Puncher on the left.
Great ball, found it.
Oh, he has a punch to the top of the circle for a pretty good touch.
Yeah. Couldn't find the goalkeeper, didn't move very much there. Looking at the replay there.
It's a great
Georgie
ball
Miller.
to the top.
Yeah, no, he had it covered. It's a great ball in though. Good try.
Oh, there's a long ball back to front for Belgium.
Oh, he's found the foot inside the circle. It's best in Docky. A little bit of skill, just finding a foot, earning the first penalty corner of the match. See many of the warm-up corners?
No, I haven't seen too much. Belgium, of course, have Tom Boone in their side, who's a well-known proponent of the drag flick. I don't know if he's currently on at the moment, though.
No. Saved on the line. I think pick from Nick Woods, I think.
Have a look on the replay.
Gone.
Down to the goalkeeper's right. And that was Nick Woods on the line.
Yeah,
Great save.
Ball back on the halfway. Great intercept again by Nick. Nice skills there, Tarrant. Getting through those two. Belgian attackers and another overhead. He's going to find Jared Puncher and just outside the circle. Wins a free hit.
A couple of good runs to the middle of the field for New Zealand, getting the ball forward.
Yeah.
They'll now set up just outside their own half. Moving the ball around the back.
Yeah, nice, just holding the ball for a little while. Good receipt by George Muir. Good patience, New Zealand. Leomi Taiwales gets it a foot in there, gets it onto a foot, I think, in New Zealand's first penalty corner. There's a good patient build-up. New Zealand not panicking or anything after being a 1 goal down after 5 minutes, and then good patient build-up for that. Finding the foot just inside the circle. For an option, a straight hit there. Well read by the Belgian first runner, got out there, got his stick on it, flicked it away. Shot first time with George Miller. And someone's got a touch there, and it's gone into the back of the net. There's a great George Miller off the bobbling ball, and I think Jared Pancher's got a touch on that, pinch that goal.
Yeah, there was a fancy little one-touch outside the circle and the ball was bobbling free. Muir definitely had the initial shot at goal, and I think it was Jared Pancher who put away the rebound.
Yeah, got the fist pump in there, so it's definitely off him. 1-1.
So all level up with just over 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. New Zealand settling into a bit of a half-court press while Belgium will build play from the back.
I say well done. Well done, Jared Pancher, well done.
Another great steal from Jared Pancher. Releases Hugo Inglis to carry the ball forward. Well cut out by the defence.
Big calls coming from below us, from the bench. Half court.
Half court is clearly the strategy.
Yeah. And a good turnover there.
And it seems to be working well for them. They've picked off the last 2 balls that Belgium have looked to play forward. And they're here playing counter-attack again.
Tend to be dumb. Definitely favouring the right-hand side, New Zealand. Well, they're attacking.
Marcus Child moving out of the midfield into the defensive line to help transfer the ball. He sends one down the sideline, easily ticked out, and straight on the counter-attack come Belgium.
Onto Thomas Brills. Now here they go, flat out. That's a danger. There's a turnover and a great ball. Well picked off. And a good pass from Joyce out of the goal. Tackle.
Well, that really shows you just how quickly this game can turn. New Zealand had possession, 1 turnover and 1 pass straight away, and the Belgians are straight back on attack.
Into the circle. Nice skill there. Great ball into the circle again. Danger. Good save by Richard Joyce. Well done. Good composure. Well, Aaron Pancher in there. He's shown a lot of Spencer experience. The great overhead used. It's been an easy exit strategy for New Zealand at the moment. It's working well for them. Bit of a mistake there. And a turnover again. End-to-end stuff now. It's Thomas Brill. And another turnover. Another great skills. New Zealand chance to break away now.
Hayden Phillips opens up down the middle. Couldn't get that pass away.
Yeah.
So both teams trying to lift the tempo here. When they get going quite quickly.
Yeah, just under 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter.
Belgium are going to move the ball out, set up their next attack. High ball deep into the circle. Easily defended there.
Great pass by McLeish from Inglis. New Zealand probably will get this going pretty early. There's a big gap on the right-hand side. Great ball, found the man. He's in the circle. Great pass. And ball was then hanging there forever. Marcus Child decided to have a tap at it, probably waiting for the whistle to go with the Belgium guys, and he's managed to sink that.
I'm pretty sure he's hands apart Gretzky that one in as well.
Yes, indeed. It just seemed to hang there for an eternity. He's like, well, I might as well whack that in there. And he's beat the keeper. Fantastic. New Zealand up 2-1. 1 minute to go, I think, this first quarter. 2 minutes left. Another intercept.
Another almost intercept by New Zealand striker.
New Zealand's out to half court, probably want to see through next minute or so.
Belgium has struggled early on to find good flat passes through, but there's an aerial one that goes over the top of the New Zealand defence. Good tackle by Nick Woods.
A great exit. Good effort by Blair Tarrant. Try to get that one in. Umpire just giving play back to where the ball actually went out. After Blair's dive, get the ball in there. And Belgium in possession. A great effort by Blair. It's on a minute to go now. It's a dangerous ball, that. But well defended by New Zealand. I think the umpire's saying there's obstruction there. Oh. An error there by Tarrant. Might give Belgium one more chance. Oh. Well covered by Richard Joyce, and goal there.
That pass a bit behind Stephen Jennis. He was looking to open up down the line.
And then New Zealand's ball, they've taken off again. Last 10 seconds to go. We're trying to get in the circle, getting a free hit. Okay.
Oh, ball flashed
Oh,
across and in front of goal.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well done by Shea. He took the free hit, saying Belgium's questioning if the free hit did go straight into the circle. It's Stephen Jennis.
So right on the stroke of quarter time, Stephen Jennis finds the back of the net, giving New Zealand a 3-1 lead.
Yeah, but New Zealand will be very happy with that score. I think after the first quarter, they were under the pump for a little bit of the first 5 or so minutes from Belgium, who scored first. But they have fought back. They've been finding gaps in behind them. And a couple of little errors there have led to goal scoring opportunities, and New Zealand have definitely taken them.
Yeah, they've been very opportunistic in the circle. They haven't had a lot of chances in there, but when it's gone in there, they've managed to find pay dirt.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're not your classic big wind-up shots at goal, but anything they're going at goal can score goal. back into it again. Second quarter underway. New Zealand up 3-1. Ball's popped up. And confusion here. Umpires are going one way, umpires going the other way. I think both teams are going to question what happened here.
Oh, they are only human.
Yep. I'm not sure anyone is sure what happened there, but
Right. It looks like whatever's happening, that New Zealand will get the free hit. Yeah. And they'll set it up at the back again through Blair Tarrant and Shea McAleese. Shea McAleese punching forward, looking for someone in the circle. Can't find them, so he dumps it out to Aiden Sirakai, who's cutting infield.
Good spills, good change of pace. Oh, stick obstruction there. Now Belgium breaking quickly. Oh, we wanted to get into this game as soon as they possibly can. New Zealand's looking pretty good in defence. Good numbers.
Oh, good infield move.
Some great skills from Tom and Brill there. New Zealand well defended. Belgium, we're looking to build again. Half chance error there. George Muir getting a great turnover there.
It's another great steal from George Muir. The New Zealand strikers are having their way with the Belgian defenders at the moment. They're sitting back in a bit of a half court, but they're turning it into quite an aggressive press when they get close to the ball carrier.
Yeah, they're putting them under a lot of pressure.
Yeah, and they've managed to steal quite a lot of ball off the Belgian defenders, which is very uncharacteristic of them.
Yeah. Another overhead in the right-hand corner. That's also paying off for the New Zealand team. Ross in the circle, fires across. Well cleared. Precious, well done. Poor Shane. It's been untidy on the top of the circle there, and Belgium break away again. Well cleared up. Shea McAleese at the back there. And Belgium retreat to the half court. They've been putting a bit of pressure on too, but New Zealand's been finding their way out of there reasonably easily.
Yeah, they've very clearly favoured this high ball as well.
Yeah.
Particularly, like you said, down that right-hand side.
Yeah.
They're building up patiently here. Shea McAleese knocks one down the left-hand touchline this time. Doesn't quite find its target. Belgian midfield was just looking a little bit lethargic here. They had a bit of a break, but the midfield support didn't get there in time, so they had to recycle the ball out.
Used to the overhead again. Yeah, getting all the way into the 25 and bringing it out again. Bit of a patient build up. It's uncharacteristic error that too, just running on top of the ball.
Yeah, their Ronaldinho skills not quite paying off there.
Yeah. Might be a bit big. Well kept in.
Oh, let him have it, mate. Come on.
That looked pretty good.
Good effort there from Nick Ross.
Let's see if the New Zealand press, they're going to carry on, try and put them under pressure.
This time the ball is found in the Belgian midfielder, but again, taken off him by Blair Tarrant. Hugo Inglis in the middle of the field, redistributing.
Tarrant was getting forward there. He's going to get back out of it.
Go the next one, mate. Go there.
Belgium got a bit of space and some numbers out here on the right-hand side.
Oh, good ball in, just couldn't quite keep it on the end of the stick there. A little bit more effect from Belgium on the attack there, but New Zealand straight down the middle of the field.
Yeah,
some quick interchange.
Oh. Pass here. Just trying to find Stephen Jennis out there in the middle of the field. There's a great break through the middle of the field, but then Belgium's breaking straight back down again. Some great passing.
Oh, he's got the ball. He's going to pull the trigger. Oh, too easy, mate.
Some great skills there. With Cedric Charlier, great run. Great shot of goal. Steve Joyce there, all over it.
So the game's starting to open up end to end now. Both teams are putting in some yardage to the middle of the field.
Yeah, the Belgian coach there, trying to get into the open field. Yeah, good battle of the coaches today, two good friends. Darren Smith and Shooter McLeod.
Yeah, Darren Smith, the former assistant coach when Shane Shooter McLeod was the Black Sticks head coach. So they'll know each other pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, as much as the players going on at the field, the coaches will be the same as well. Big battle for those two. So you can see what's get the bragging rights after the match. Belgium having a lot of the possession and holding onto the ball. Oh, great little ball in there.
Really good one touch, and that's
Yeah.
a foul inside the circle. Belgium will earn their second penalty corner.
And Terrence is questioning that decision. They've got a shove in the back just as he's receiving it. Yeah, New Zealand's definitely looked good on the counter-attack. Belgium's trying to slowly build up. Finding an easy ball in there. One touch. Guy running on. Boone's not on, so I think we'll go with number 25. Excuse my pronunciation, but Leipert, I think it might be his name. Flick the first one, low and hard. And they've gone with him again. This time as he stunk it. Looks like it come off the keeper and into Nick Woods, I think, maybe on the line.
Yeah, their initial flick was to the bottom right, but I think that's come off Nick Woods, possibly on the post. Either way, it's in the back of the net.
3-2. Just watching the replay, it's come out. Yeah, it's come off his right knee. It's not too sore by the looks of things. Hard, powerful flick, bottom right.
So the score is 3-2 with 8 to go in the second quarter. New Zealand attacking down the right-hand sideline. Oh, Dom Newman, I think it is. Couldn't quite reel that in.
New Zealand pressing really high here, trying to put the guys under pressure. Trying to look for that turnover, and they've done it. Again.
Good flat sticks tackle by Aiden Sirakai. He approaches the edge of the D. Oh, and
miscommunication maybe there.
yeah, didn't read the run of Stephen Jennis on that occasion.
Now Belgium opening up. One side of the field to the other, another one-touch pass.
That is expansive. Gives Belgium a baseline entry. He's beaten the keeper.
Oh, and that's come off.
Dane Lett on the line. Casual as you like.
An amazing attack down the left-hand side. Beautiful run. And the Belgian player is definitely frustrated.
Dane Lett channeling some of his inner Raul Dravid on that one. Just said, I'll put that down a third man for a single thank you.
It was a great save. But great play, end-to-end action now. And another turnover. The Black Six forwards really give it to the defence. Now he's going to chance it.
Oh, he's going to break it.
Oh, yeah. Still going.
Brave decision by Blair Tarrant to leave that one, but I think a little bit of frustration from the Belgian defenders there. That's a very speculative pass down the middle of the field. I don't think they'll be too happy with the way things have gone in this first half. They've turned over a lot of pill.
Yeah, no, they won't be able. They'll be getting frustrated, getting really annoyed with it themselves at the back there. But the New Zealand forwards are just continuously putting them under pressure. Little errors like that, the Belgium are just not known for. They're making tonight. That's a great ball.
There's a striker up in the circle making a lead across the field.
And Cedric Charlier again, he's had a lot of good touches in the last few minutes. That's it. Great tackle from Blair Tarrant. And kept it in. Well done.
Manages to find his way out of the corner. That's great work from Blair Tarrant.
Subs coming thick and fast into the last.
That's a great save by Richard Joyce in goal. There was a free striker on the far side of the field. He had to come out, make himself big, and he got to stick to that cross.
Yeah, that was definitely going in. It was well done by Joyce.
Belgium, though, still in position. Aaron Pancher over the ball. The Belgians are continuing with their high press. They haven't turned over a lot of ball yet. New Zealand have been working out of it reasonably easily. Shea McAleese on the sideline here. Finds Marcus Childs.
Just showing a great composure there. Oh, they're making the error. Just the holding ball, but Belgium trying to break quickly. It's a great passing. Well defended. Marcus Child got a stick on that one. Skills. Looking for runners. Again down the right hand side again. Some great ball carrying there. Into the last 4 minutes of the match. Game sort of slowed down here. What they're looking for, the ball.
Ross chooses to recycle possession. Back to Aaron Pancher, Shea McAleese. See what they can build up here. Hayden Phillips, quite a bit of space in the middle of the field. He can't quite find George Muir there. And Belgium will turn this into a counter-attack if they can.
So he's found a foot there. Dropping right back into the 25.
Ball flashed across. Pretty good deflection from there. Wasn't quite on target.
Yeah, Florent Benable getting a nice touch on there. Went pretty high. One of the first touches that he's had today.
New Zealand again favouring that right-hand side of attack.
Going to turn over now. A bit of a dangerous on there.
Great skills from the Belgian captain there, Thomas Brills.
Yeah, you can hear Shane McLeod demanding no turnover from his players. Probably going to be one of the things they'll be said at half-time about the amount of turnovers that they've had.
Yeah, I would say they might get a bit of a grilling about that. Yeah. It's definitely not been up to their very high standard so far this match. Oh, good long pass across the field.
Thomas Brill. Looking for the 1-2 setup. New Zealand's read it pretty well though, and they're breaking as well, breaking at pace. And Bryden down the sideline. That's another thing. Double turnover.
Belgium turning up the heat with the minutes go in the second quarter.
And a great tackle there.
Another great tackle.
Between the legs. Yeah, there's definitely slowing down a bit. No one pushing forward for New Zealand. They don't have any options going forward. It's a great trap from Tom Avril there. Oh, the ball sort of hung around the circle for a period there. Avril's put the ball in and just dribbled it to the post.
Yeah, you could just feel couldn't you, that Belgium had decided they'd had enough of letting New Zealand dictate what was going on, and they were going to really step up the pressure for the last 2 minutes of this half, and they've got themselves a goal for it as well.
I think Sombrill's claiming it. Got a touch in from the post there. It was just a little soft push right out to the far corner, and it's gone on 3-all. 3-all coming into the 1 minute before half time. Making a good break down the right hand side, showing some good skills and just getting pushed off the ball. Into the last 30 seconds, Belgium trying to put pressure on New Zealand ball carriers now. Full press here from the Belgian team. New Zealand's managed to break the first line. There we go.
Overlapped on the right-hand side. Oh, Nick Ross was looking at a free run to pretty close to the edge of the D if he'd trapped that one.
And they've done well to get out of there. The Belgium have done. Yep, they've got the turnover. They probably just run down the clock there. 8 seconds to go. Might have a punch at the goal. The last few seconds. And probably fire it in. And he has ball just set there. New Zealand getting onto it. Yeah, Britt Frentic there the last few minutes. There's half-time hooter goes.
So a pretty exciting first half we have here between Belgium and New Zealand at Bay Park in Tauranga. Their score is locked up at 3-all with Belgium scored first, going up 1-0. New Zealand then scored 3 quick goals to take a solid lead, but Belgium have worked their way back into it. And they go in locked up at half-time.
Our world is changing faster than ever, creating new challenges, new opportunities.
I see a planet full of amazing systems that are under threat. I see a world where there is clean water for us all.
Where everyone is connected and safe.
Where machines make the impossible possible. Where we can all thrive.
I fight to preserve our lakes as temperatures rise.
My research explores the past to protect our future.
I search the oceans for answers that make a difference.
And I use soil to reverse the effects of climate change.
Our work encourages social and environmental responsibility.
By asking who gets the last drop.
My research shapes law to protect us in the virtual world.
And I develop software so no one can take our identity from us.
My research assists athletes to push the boundaries of human performance.
My stories explore the heart of our experience.
And my work keeps our language alive for future generations.
Through my mahi, people will once more hold their loved ones.
Using methods we never imagined.
The University of Waikato, connecting our brightest minds to the world's toughest problems.
Welcome to a metropolitan city where the standard of living is high and the opportunities are virtually limitless. Welcome to Hamilton, the perfect place to build your future. On the banks of New Zealand's longest river, the mighty Waikato River, Hamilton is nestled in the heart of the North Island. It has an exciting future as one of New Zealand's fastest growing cities. More people are moving here as it's a modern, innovative city with affordable living costs and thriving businesses. There's plenty to do in your spare time. Visit one of the large destination playgrounds. Ride along a river path, watch an international sport event or concert, or shop at one of the great shopping malls or boutiques around the city. There's also a rich art scene, world-famous Hamilton Gardens, and an incredible array of cafes, bars and award-winning restaurants. Education is the key to our future, and with nationally recognised public and private primary, intermediate and high schools dotted throughout the city, a great school is never too far away. Every year, thousands of brilliant students and trade-trained specialists graduate from the University of Waikato, Wintec and Te Wānanga o Aotearoa. With more than 160 different ethnicities, Hamilton is a place of real diversity. Our iwi is Waikato Tainui, who have 64,500 members. And the Waikato Museum displays more than 38,000 taonga, or treasures, of the Tainui people and kingitanga. We're a gateway to the rest of the North Island, with east and west coast beaches, ski fields, nature walks and international tourist attractions only a short drive away. Whether you're a family or an individual, a small business, a large organisation, a music aficionado, a nature lover, a thrill seeker or a sports fan, there's something for you here. Hamilton, it's the perfect place to build your future.
Staying at the top of your game means dealing with pressure. Ask Dan Smith, whose 3 picks at Ellerslie just came in. Join TAB, deposit $10, get a $20 bonus. TAB, now you're in the game.
Coverage of the University of Waikato Four Nations is proudly brought to you by Vantage Windows and Doors, Tauranga City Council, TECT, and Hamilton City Council.
At Blake Park, Tauranga, Mount Maunganui, beautiful Mount Maunganui in the background there. Players just coming back from half time. New Zealand versus Belgium game, score 3-3. Belgium got off to a great start, scoring a goal in the first 4 minutes of the match. New Zealand getting back into the swing of things after about 6 or 7 minutes and getting out to a 3-1 lead at one stage. And Belgium clawing way back into the game as well. 2 goals in the last quarter, the second quarter, 3-3 tied up. Belgium will be looking to get rid of some of these basic errors they're making at the back and getting the turnovers New Zealand forwards are getting on them, as well as executing better in the circle. I think they've had quite a few opportunities. I think the 3-3 scoreline is quite a fair indication of the game so far, the way it's gone.
Yeah, it's been a pretty exciting first half here, and we're looking for more of the same come the second half. Some interesting tactics, especially from the New Zealand team early on. They've looked to use the high ball quite a lot. Yeah, definitely. Using a lot of overheads. It's probably the most I've seen in a long, long time, actually. They're targeting the right-hand corner a lot. To be fair, it's working well for them. It's probably for Belgium in 2 minds, whether they press forward or they drop out. Putting them under a bit of pressure at the back to make the traps when New Zealand's got a few forwards in behind them. Yeah, perhaps a weakness from the Belgian defensive line that the New Zealand coaches may have spotted. Yeah. And they're definitely trying to target that right-hand attacking corner. Yeah, it's going to be interesting if they come out and you keep using the same tactic. I'm sure, knowing Shane McLeod, he would be well aware of what's going on out there and trying to either give someone a rocket or try and work out ways to stop that, to nullify New Zealand just marching on down in the right-hand corner so much. But yeah, they'd be happy though with a lot of their ball hold. They've been Belgium's holding the ball very well, setting up some great attacks. And some of the one-touch passing we're seeing from them has been quite fantastic. And yeah,
did some great defence to keep them out as well.
Yeah, their ability to turn defence into attack in one pass quite a lot of the time is something very dangerous that they do have in their toolbox. They quite often pick off a pass and then it's straight away back down the middle of the field.
Yeah, it just goes bang, 1, 2. They set it up, they know they're going to get a turnover, hit it to a guy in the centre of the field, nets on the edge of the circle, and just in a blink of an eye. Yep, it's like it's a pretty planned, so they do look very sharp that way. New Zealand's actually done it quite well today as well. A couple of breaks through the middle of the field with some beautiful carries from the New Zealand midfielders as well.
Yeah, Aiden Surakai and Hayden Phillips through the middle of the field have carried the ball strongly, which is
showing some great skills, both those young guys.
Yeah, bodes well for the New Zealand attack to have those guys on form, especially for the middle of the park.
Yeah, creates a lot of that extra time and space, and for the attackers to get in behind. New Zealand's had a goalkeeper change for this quarter. It's probably been a lot of changes, but there's only I can pick out at the moment.
Yeah, George Innocent is taking the field for Richard Joyce, so he will tend the goal in the second half.
Anne-Marie Curses and Marcus Child giving each other a bit of lip there. Both played at the Heracles Club in Belgium. Talking about tennis by the looks of things. So what are you fellas on about? Get your head in the international game there, boys. No. All friendly, ready to go. Just looking at, waiting for the countdown. 10 seconds to go. The lights are on. It's getting dark, a bit cloudy. Hope that rain stays away. A little bit windy still. Crowd's still here.
Yeah, crowd is here. There's quite a lot of them, and they're enjoying some great hockey here. We're looking for another good 30 minutes in the second half.
Immediately heading down the right-hand flank. 3 or 4 passes around the back. He's gone for a dribble. He's gone off Stephen Genesis' feet. Let's go Terry Bockard. Touch there. Ball to demand.
Ball flashed into the circle, but again, easily defended by New Zealand.
Yeah, Blair Tarrant just got in there to the sideline, had that well covered. Belgian guys in behind him for if he made a mistake, but no mistake there. Ooh. Half trap in there. Belgium looking to just pump the ball into the circle a bit there, like they did in the first quarter as well.
Yeah, looking to get a lucky touch or something in the circle.
Great tackle.
Yeah. New Zealand have brought a lot of numbers back in defence, so Belgium deciding that crashing the ball into the circle is the best way for them to try and breach that.
Yeah, definitely looking for just a half trap, a little error, which they did capitalise a couple of times on in the first half. Good skills, good composure by Shane Nicholas. And pick up by George Muir. And then let down the right-hand side. Just missing a little bit of accuracy, but...
Yeah, Stephen Dennis was open on that one, again down the right-hand corner, and just misaimed the pass there from Dane Lett. He'd like to have that one back again. The rather large frame of Felix Denea carrying the ball down the left-hand side. It's pretty impossible to miss this guy. He's about 7'8".
Yeah. Yeah, bending down on that little hockey stick. And, oh, it's a great pick.
Great pinch by Dom Newman.
Yeah.
New Zealand holding their attack.
Oh, Stephen Genesis got him some space there himself there. And a shot well blocked by a Belgium player there, but with great pressure to create that turnover. Brighton on the ball. Great run. It's still going, and he's won the corner.
That was a great run in from the sideline. Great skills in the end as well, lifting the ball into the circle, keeping it well under control.
That was made from another overhead ball. Came from Shane McLeese on the right-hand side. He's put it over to the left-hand corner this time. Bridie's beat a couple of players. Got chopped right outside the 25, which is probably where he got his corner from. Good run. As the rain starts to fall here at Mount Maunganui. Penalty corner number 3, I think, for New Zealand. Got Nick Woods on the top.
Nick Woods and Dane Lett are lining up for this one.
It's gone.
That's a great save on the line by the Belgian defender.
I went, ooh, because I thought that came off his face, but I don't think so. The Belgians questioning what's happening here, but what are they talking about?
Have a look on the replay.
Oh, no, the umpire's just green carded straight away. It must be...
This is what happened after. Oh, and the Belgian player's just got his body in the way there.
Oh, so
yeah, the initial save, though, by the postman was excellent. New Zealand choosing to play a little bit of trickery at the top of the penalty corner, moving the batteries around a bit to try and fool the Belgian first runners. It got Nick Woods a free flick, and it was a pretty good effort, but well matched by the postman.
Yeah, did he get it with the stick?
Yeah, I think I think that was a clean stick save by the postman on that one. We'll see what they can pull out this time.
New Zealand set again, and they've done it. They've moved again, and it's a straight flick from top from Nick Woods. You're right with the little dummies they're running at the top there.
Yeah, this time going bottom left, beats the keeper, Vincent Van Asch. And again, New Zealand employing that movement at the top to try and confuse the first runners of the Belgian defence, so they can't quite zero in on where they're going. And it's gotten Nick Woods a free flick there.
Yeah.
And he's managed to bury it in the net.
Great, low and hard flick there. Four, 4-3 New Zealand. Third quarter. New Zealand set up for the high press. And George Muir.
It's well worked out by the Belgians this time. They've gotten away from New Zealand press.
Yeah.
Can they create anything in the midfield?
Yeah, Dorian Theory read that very well. Just a little jink over the stick and went forward. And once you're in behind that press, you've got a lot of space. So that's on the downsides of the press.
The rain is starting to fall here slightly. Seems mandatory for a game of hockey in Tauranga to have at least a little bit of rain. So fairly solid stick clash there, but umpires allow it to play on.
Yeah, there's been 3 or 4 turnovers here. And again.
No, he didn't like the look of that pass.
Yeah.
Just let that one go. Try again next time.
Yeah, no harm over the sideline up high. But yeah, the rain's falling a bit now. Yeah, it's probably the first time I felt cold this summer as well. Good strength there.
And Sirikai rise a tackle to the middle of the field. Another lifted ball.
Has he got the fit? The Belgian defender ran in there too quickly. The thought was there, but not the execution. The Belgian breaks away after turnover at the top circle.
And this is where Belgium have looked their most dangerous, is on the quick turnovers. They're pretty good at getting numbers forward, and they get the ball going forward very quickly.
It's been nice passing, build up on the left hand, to the left hand side there, the Belgian team. culminated with a shot at goal there. Quick turn and smashed it. I think he got a touch in the New Zealand. Back into play.
Another good save and goal. Oh, and there's a turnover from the New Zealand defenders. Belgium have the ball just outside the 25, taking down the right. Giving it some fancy stick work just outside the circle.
Bacard trying to cut back in, but read well. Great tackle there as well by Nick Woods.
Oh, that's well played.
Yeah. New Zealand breaking away, yep.
They've got a 3-on-2 at goal. Can they find the open man? They can. And well finished.
Yeah. Beautiful run there. Belgium's viewing that goal, saying something, but it was a great break. Adrian Sarakai, as cool as you like, set him up on a tee there, and well finished.
Yeah, there was some great stick work in the middle from Hayden Phillips there. Trapped the ball that may have been a little bit high. I think that's what the Belgian players were not too happy with, but the umpires called it to play on. Yeah. And the rest of the team did the job to put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, 5-3. Joe Pancher, great finish. Slid that ball under the goalkeeper. But yeah, beautiful ball fed into him there by Adrian Sarakai. That was fantastic play. Marcus Child, turn over the back.
Here they come again. That's Hayden Phillips in the middle again. New Zealand midfielders have really impressed me today. They've been creating a lot of problems down the middle of the field, which is obviously a priority for every team to defend, but you'd think Belgium especially would... Yeah,
put them under pressure, but Sarakai, Phillips and Marcus Child have been fantastic.
There's that man again, Hayden Phillips, drawing another foul.
Five-3. New Zealand pushing up really high. Belgium backing right back again. Tauranga got a bit of space. And the whole slow ball into the middle of the circle. No one read it. Belgium have cleared it pretty well, although it's still under pressure in the right corner.
Blair Tarrant isn't known for going on too many attacking runs, but I think the Belgians were just as surprised as he was that that channel opened up for him.
Just keep on going, mate. So, yeah, now he's getting back. Yeah, some great little clutches.
He wants to get in on some of this midfield running action.
Right, you can hear the urgency in Belgium now from the sideline. Behind by 2 goals again. Over halfway through the third quarter.
New Zealand more than happy to sit at their half-court press and then turn that into pressure when they see the opportunity. Free hit taken quickly by Belgium.
Corner's given here. They're saying he wasn't 5 from the free hit. New Zealand disputing it, but I don't think he can do much be done about it. Just questioning if they were 5, but penalty corner. I mean, Belgian opportunity to get back into the game.
Yeah, the man with the whistle always has the last word, so he's always correct.
It's just letting the guys know what his decision's about. The New Zealand defenders are quickly getting the gear on with only 13 seconds left to run on the penalty corner timer.
There's no harm in giving him some advice every now and then.
yeah. Just a little bit.
Everyone needs a good helping hand.
It's a foot at the top circle.
Oh, mistrap. That's quite a basic mistake from the Belgians, and New Zealand are hot on the counter-attack.
Yeah, Mito Wells there. Holding up.
Oh, Oh, the Belgian defence has done well there, forcing Leo into a one-on-one when he had guys in the circle, but the Belgian defender closed down his space, so he wasn't able to get that pass away.
Leo's managed to get another turnover again. Forwarders have got the ball back.
Oh, good turn by Aaron Panchia. Crashes one into the circle. A good touch. Van Hush makes the save. Ballers.
That was a great ball in. Panchia held it for a long time. Punched it in there. Belgian breakaway again.
There's lots of New Zealand defenders back to cover. Yeah, Belgium running into a 3 on about 5 there, so the numbers are definitely not in their favour. They're going to slow it down, try and build something a bit more from this attack.
Yeah, end-to-end stuff here. New Zealand hold on attack there. Great shot. Turned straight back and then into the New Zealand circle as well in a couple of seconds. That was a great trap and cracking shot there. McFarlane Van Abel cracking that with a upright reverse stick. Great defence from both teams, particularly in front of the goal. Just holding position, taking down the left-hand side a bit now.
Solid tackle outside the circle. He's found himself inside the attacking circle. Couldn't win a corner from it.
He's gone for a long corner. Well done by Tarrant.
Belgium just looked to have lifted the intensity again a little bit here. They're getting a little bit more purchase, especially from attacks down this left side, but it's going in down the right this time.
Shoes come off.
And nothing going there. He loses a shoe for his troubles.
Yeah,
Get out of my circle, says Nick Ross, Blair Tarrant.
Changes coming thick and fast, coming into the last couple of minutes of this third quarter. Turn over there. Belgium look to counter again quickly, so they're doing all night. More gaps opening up there. Little lag between the forwards and the midfielders now.
Ball flashed across from right to left. Belgium attacking the edge of the circle, trying to find a corner. Gets a shot away, but that's another stick in front of goal. These New Zealand defenders are pretty fearless.
Yeah, they're getting stuck in there. Yeah. They're getting a lot of sticks on the balls. Cedric Charles has cracked that one again. He's got a good few good shots today. Belgium looking to holding the ball just on the 25.
Belgium retaining possession here. They're getting the pass count up pretty high, but are they going anywhere with it?
New Zealand defenders working really hard in the back there. Making sure they're giving them no options in the circle. It sort of forces them into throwing that 50-50 ball in there, which we haven't. New Zealand has intercepted a lot tonight. That's their 1-2 pass set up.
Belgium
well.
finally break themselves through.
Lifted into him to George Muir.
It's too high though. It's got to be defending. It's got to be it's got to be frustrating as the Belgian defenders there and the midfielders. They're holding the ball, they're moving around really well, but the New Zealand defense is just so well organised. Belgium are sitting there, moving the ball, waiting for them to make a mistake, and it's not really coming.
Nah, it's not at all. New Zealand, yeah, you can see the defenders are working really hard. A few of them subbed off and changed, so they've got to cover a lot of miles at the back there. It's a great quarter for the New Zealand team. Getting 2 goals in there. 2 well-taken goals. Penalty corner from Nick Woods. And a great reverse stick for Jared Pancher. Giving 5-3 lead. Very happy with that.
So New Zealand will probably obviously be pretty happy with how things are going, and they'll try and keep the status quo for the last quarter. What do you think the Belgians can throw in the mix to try and get some of these goals back?
I think they might change up the way they've been playing. As you keep saying, we were talking about the way they're just building up slowly, getting in towards the circle. They might try and go for it, even try to speed it up even more if they can. But now New Zealand's got that 2-goal advantage. Just change everything. New Zealand can sit back a little bit and slow it all down and just make it difficult as they have that whole quarter. It'll just be interesting to see which way they're going to do it. Did see a few more overheads come out from Belgium as well. Yeah. They're going to have to chuck something at it, get 2 goals back in the last quarter.
They will definitely have a plan, and I'm intrigued to see as to what they come out with, because as you say, they've got a bit of a deficit here to work out, so they're going to have to chance their arm a little bit here.
Yep, and that's yeah, New Zealand will know that too, so they're going to get those opportunities, which they have shown. They've broken away quite a few times and got a turnover and gone with it. So the pressure's on the Belgians at the moment, but they are a fantastic team, and we'll see them how they go, how they react to this, and also for our New Zealand team. Got a few young guys out there taking on the world number 3. We'd love to get a win out of it, I know that much.
It'd be a great way to start the Four Nations series for New Zealand. The Belgians are pretty heavily favoured in this series. They are the highest ranked team here, but New Zealand giving them all they've got today.
Run away into the 4th quarter. Again, taking down the right-hand side. Marie Kirsten's got the ball down the right-hand flank. Nice skills. New Zealand tidying up again. Nick would say so strong in that little area, and a great ball out. Hayden Phillips just couldn't hold on to that one, but he's managed to get it back. Some great skills.
Bit of a mess in the midfield there, but New Zealand have come out with the ball.
That could have gone anywhere, I think. Make those decision, but we've got it. New Zealand's got it. Aiden Sarakaya down on the right-hand side. Felix Denial with that big reach, got that, knocked the ball away from him.
You need to be about on the other side of the planet to get away from this guy.
He got it by surprise there.
Oh, another basic mistake from the Belgians. They've hurt them a couple of times this match.
Yeah, New Zealand as well.
Yeah.
Both ways we're going. It's getting probably a bit tiring now into the 4th quarter. It's only early in the year. Probably not a lot of hockey being played for the last few months, actually, probably.
Yeah, both these teams will be reasonably fresh off a Christmas New Year break.
Yeah, I think they stopped for the winter in Belgium when it snows so much. So, yeah, and New Zealand stops because it's summertime. New Year, so yeah, so lungs and feet legs might be feeling a little bit at the moment. Ooh.
Yeah, appeals for a penalty corner, and the umpire has obliged.
Marie Kirsten's just trying to slide that in behind New Zealand. He's got a quarter foot on the way through, so they've won the corner. Lopart steps up again. He's had a couple of flicks tonight. He's the last one in there now.
New Zealand defenders kitting themselves up with their protective gear, obviously very important. That ball's coming in around about 100 kilometres an hour. You want to be well protected in there if you're defending.
You Got no chance if you hit a deflection or anything, eh? You need that protection on, all right. So here we go. Corner. Come out. Stop. Flick. And Lopard. He's done it again.
So Belgium draw one back. 5-4 the current score with just over 12 minutes to remain. And we've still got a pretty close game in our hands here, folks. Don't go anywhere. Don't go make that cup of tea yet.
Here we go. So come out. Drag that 5. Number 25, Lopard. Gone low left again. Keeper got a touch on it. It's gone into the net. 5-4.
So New Zealand now only defending a 1-goal lead.
Let's see there. Belgium probably press hard and high for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, they definitely look like they want to get the tempo going. They can smell blood in the water.
Great ball. Great flick from Nick Ross there. Oh, just rolled over the line. Belgium in deep left-hand corner. Swing to hold it again.
Oh, great one touch down the line. Free entry into the circle. Can they find something? Looking for a foot, but it misses everything.
Well read by Hayden Phillips and George Muir picking out the pieces there. Just trying to pop it out. Belgium taking it quickly. Marcus is down in the bottom left-hand corner. A few errors now from both teams. The tiredness is probably definitely creeping in here. Jared Punches needs to go over the sideline, just slow things down a bit. New Zealand probably definitely got that tactic, slow it down a bit. Great pick, Hendricks.
Hugo English looking for some connections in the circle there, couldn't find any.
He's determined to whack it with the backstick there. Well done, Nicholas, nice ball.
Easy in and out of the midfield.
Just gives the other players so much time and space when that happens. Belgium rolled off a bit there. Nick Woods going forward. Oh, that was a great tackle. Great tackle from Belgium. And still going with it. Good guard. It's a big long run.
He's covered some good yards with the ball there. Keeping it on the stick. Nice, good, close control. Riding a few average tackles through the middle of the field.
It's an easy ball. Expected in the circle. It's going to wind up. The ball's come free for New Zealand. Nick Woods on the ball. Incredibly fast hands and some amazing skills, that man.
Oh, that's silky smooth, that is.
And it's another one. Sarakaya. And on to Phillips. All three of those guys had great games tonight so far. Hayden's still going. Phillips still going.
He's managed to hold on to it, looking for some support. Yeah. Finds Nick Ross. He'll roll it back out. Another build-up for New Zealand here. They're being patient. They're trying to protect a 1-goal lead, but here come the Belgians with a pretty aggressive press.
Yeah, New Zealand's definitely going to just be patient with it, just hold the ball as long as they can. And Tarrant goes forward. That is a magic ball.
Stephen Jennis upset with himself on that one. It was a great pass.
Yeah.
If he'd just read it a second earlier, I think he read it a second too late, he would have had that one running at the edge of the circle.
Cripps cracked on the reverse stick across the ground. Entire Belgian defence going the opposite direction. And a turnover here again by Hugo Inglis. Hayden Phillips, some beautiful skills. And fed back to Hugo Inglis. Couple of bodies thrown on the ground there. Phillips is down with a cramp or something wrong with his knee.
Yeah, Hayden Phillips doesn't look in a good way, but meanwhile Belgium are taking their man advantage. Attacking the edge of New Zealand circle. Shane McAleese defends. Great aerial skill. Can't find another striker though. Ooh. He's managed to win himself a corner. Meanwhile, Hayden Phillips is still
He's down. He's managed to take off his shin pads and his shoes. He's had enough. Don't know if he's got a knock. No, it might be. He's serious, I think.
He's definitely put in the yardage today, so I'd say he's deserving of a bit of a rest. Let's hope that it's just a bit of cramp and nothing too much more serious than that.
Yeah, there was some beautiful skills shown by him out there. Get the ball in the circle. But Belgium have managed to turn that attack straight around and get a PC at the other end of the field. They're asking for a stretcher, I think. That's not good if he says.
Meanwhile, Belgium are about to take their corner.
Play on,
No, they have realised.
Oh,
yeah.
I say, can you just hold up a sec, maybe? This guy can't move on the field. But let's carry on. Oh, the stretch comes out.
Well, this definitely doesn't look good. But let's hope that it's a little bit more precautionary than anything else.
Yeah.
You'd hate to have anything, any kind of serious injury happen to Hayden Phillips. He's obviously playing extremely well in this game.
Didn't seem to like jolt or go down, I don't think. But no, that doesn't look very good at all. You never like to see anyone come off field that way. He was having a great game.
I'm sure the New Zealand medical staff will take good care of him. They've got a really good staff here, the Black Sticks team, so he'll have plenty of people fussing about him, making sure that he's okay. Yeah. And hopefully, like I say, there's nothing too serious. It'd be a big blow to New Zealand if they were to lose him this early on in the series.
He's been playing fantastic tonight. Anyway, Belgium, the corner. What about up there again? No, he's not actually. That wasn't stopped.
And the first shot was too high from the hit there. That's twice now the Belgium stop hasn't been up to standard.
Nah, it's just bobbling around at the top for them.
They move straight into a high press here. They want to keep the pressure on. New Zealand have dealt with it well till now. We'll see how this one goes. And another lifted ball. Oh, and this time it goes over the sideline. Belgium will have the ball in a very attacking position. Patient build up again here from the Belgians. There's still 7.5 minutes to go. That is a lifetime in a hockey game.
And Belgium finding an easy out through there, just in behind the central striker. Umpire just having words with a couple of the players in the circle there, getting a bit physical.
Yeah, it's a pretty congested area with lots of bodies in there, and you don't want to give up your position, whether you're a defender or a striker. No. So you can definitely get into some solid tussles in there.
I'm sure none of those players listened to what he just said as well.
You wouldn't have, would you, Bevan?
I know. Smiled. Was that me or nah? It just fell over my feet.
I'm just standing there. I'm just standing there.
There's a go. He's going to break away down the left-hand side.
Here you go, Inglis. Really good control there. One hand on the stick. Keeping the ball in field, making some meters.
And New Zealand just happy to get up to that corner and then just pull it out again. Just slow it down. 6.5 minutes to go. Still up by 1 goal, New Zealand. Very high-scoring game today, 5-4.
It's been an exciting one so far, and there may be more to come. Solid long pass, a little bit miscontrol on the trap, but they've still got attacking possession here, Belgium. And that one dribbles over the back line.
Belgium pressing high though. They need to get the...
Yeah, they're keeping the pressure on. New Zealand are still, they've got lots of numbers forward down the field, so they're making the Belgians defend a lot of the field.
Yeah.
It's a useful tactic when a team wants to high press you. If you get your strikers down the field, it means that the opposition have to defend everything. That one's turned over in the middle of the field, though.
New Zealand getting back there quickly. Transferring, Belgium transferring very well. Well, playing great defence up there. Kicking Demand outside the circle. And great take by Hugo Inglis. New Zealand breaking at speed. Dominic Newman on there.
And that's the space that you talked about earlier on. If Belgium are going to press high.
One-on-one with the keeper here, and he's nailed it. Oh, was it the post? Yep, space created. Great opportunity, fed in, cracked it on the reverse stick, and I'm sure that's come straight off the post. I actually thought it was in the back of the net. Hugo Inglis holding the ball.
Yeah, that's come square off the upright there.
Yeah.
New Zealand still holding attack. Oh. Yeah, as I was saying, you talked about it before, Bevan. If Belgium press high, it's going to leave a lot of space for the New Zealanders to run into, and that's what just happened.
Just opens up massively, and that's New Zealand just about taking advantage of that. Great play all around.
Shamak Elise with a nice infield move. He continues his run and wins it back.
Good strength on the ball, and still going.
He's still
going.
going.
The run. It's New Zealand ball. Umpire. Umpires.
No.
Okay. Tip in there.
Yeah, he's not happy about that one.
Yeah, playing on after the whistle, I think was the call there. But I didn't know why he blew it there. And Belgium on control. 3.5. Just under 4 minutes to play. New Zealand half court, as they have done for most of the game. Still quite tight, defending really well. Belgium moving around. It's a great one-touch pass across the circle.
And Belgium will really start to chance their arm here now. There's only one goal they need to get to equal terms, so they will start rolling the dice.
It's a great trap. Well defended. Great skills on both ends. Oh, it's been called for a foot.
Oh, I thought that was really well read by Nick Woods. He is adamant that it did not hit his foot, but the umpire on the near side has given the call to the controlling umpire that hit his foot. So New Zealand will have to defend another penalty corner here.
Yeah. Yep. Belgium just rolling the ball into the circle. Just couldn't quite execute the trap there with the foot. And Leipart is on for this corner. He wasn't on the last one. He scored a couple of goals tonight already.
Yeah, my money's on Leipart to have a dig from here.
Pretty successful. And he's gone high this time. Jennison all over it. Into 3 minutes to go. They adjusted a little bit too. And he's flicked that, going high.
High flick, but well covered.
Yeah. Get it away. Belgium hot on attack again, straight back in the circle. It's come off the...
And the umpire has called a penalty corner before the ball crossed the line there. So ball in the air with that many players around it. Yeah, umpire's got to make a call there. The Belgians did put it in eventually, but the umpire has to make the call nice and early there with the dangerous play of the ball being in the air.
The two hockey sticks going around. Yep. Wasn't disputed too heavily, so obviously evens.
Yeah, it's a tough one, but the umpire's first and foremost job is the safety of the players, and when there's that many people around a lifted ball, they're always going to blow the whistle.
Leipart's there, they're moving around to the top of the... He's having another crack. Anderson, hands all over it. Free swing there, and he's missed it. Air swing. He's got Arthur Van Doren on the side there.
Oh, big swing, no ding on the rebound there, but another good save.
Leipart is flicking very well. Anderson all over that one. And then the big wind up.
Oompha, that didn't go anywhere.
So we're into the last 2 minutes now. See a little hectic. I'm sure it's going to get pretty crazy the last couple of minutes. Taryn again. He's had some big runs today. He's loving it. Turn around, get back. He's off back again.
Come on, mate, you're a defender. What are you up to?
As Belgium comes streaming forward again. Beautiful pass. Vanjun Damam on the left-hand side. Intensity's jumped up again. There's the players run off the field for making subs. Belgium coming into the circle, made the circle entry. And touched away by Bryden. Oh, Belgium subbing the goalkeeper.
So Vincent Franache will come off the field, and Leipart, I believe it is, will take the yellow bib as the kicking back.
Belgium going to throw everything in this last minute. New Zealand will be well aware there's no goalkeeper on the field, so seem to try and counter-attack as well. We're underway again. Belgium pushing numbers forward, half the era, into the circle. Well defended by Shea McAleese. Belgium's underway again, they're going as fast as they can. Tackled, picked up by Shea McAleese. I'm sure he's going to clear it up the other end of the field. Into the final minute. New Zealand's still going to push forward. Going for the...
Oh, Hugo not happy about that, but here comes Belgium. Again down this left-hand side. But snuffed out pretty well by Marcus Child.
And that's come off Belgium into the last 20-odd seconds. New Zealand will take this as slow as they possibly can. Just rolling forward. Yeah, Hugo Inglis is taking it. The crowd's counting down the last 10 seconds that are on the scoreboard. And there we have it.
And that is it, the end of a rip-snorting goodie, as I would call it. That is a great match for the spectators and for the New Zealanders in particular as well. Winning, coming out victors 5-4 against a, what must be said was a pretty favoured Belgium side.
Yeah, definitely were. They came in here with big favourites, big tags on their number 3 in the world, playing really well, got their full-strength team. New Zealand's managed to get up there. And with a high-scoring game, 5-4, entertaining for everybody involved. It's fantastic. The players just shake hands. It's a great start for New Zealand in this Four Nations tournament. I'm sure we'll see Belgium bounce back tomorrow. And hope to see New Zealand continue with the finishing they had tonight. It's fantastic to see some amazing skills through the midfield from both teams. And just New Zealand got the edge tonight, 5-4.
Yeah, it was a very entertaining game to watch. It ebbed and flowed in both directions, and it bodes well for the rest of the Four Nations. 9 goals in this one, and there was 6 goals in the earlier game. So definitely some exciting hockey being played here, and there should be a lot more to come.
Yeah, fantastic. You get a chance to get down here and watch it. Be down here. Thanks everyone for.
So just waiting here for a second to see if we get the word if there's going to be an interview with one of the players.
Okay. New Zealand looking pretty happy.
And it looks like Captain Blair Tarrant is going to come give us some of his words of wisdom.
Yeah, a great game too.
Yeah, good to see old Taz getting forward with the ball a bit now as well.
Yeah, some great runs. It was awesome to see. Okay.
All right, what a huge win for the Vantage Black Sticks, and with me is the captain, Blair Tarrant. How was it out there?
Yeah, it was good fun. Great first test match for the year. We've been looking forward to it, so thanks to the crowd for coming out to support us. It was awesome.
All right, great crowd indeed. But was it a tough match? I mean, these are Olympic silver medalist, right? So this is a massive win for you guys.
Yeah, it was tough, all right, and we know that, and that's why we love playing against these guys, because they're one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, they just seem to come back at you every time there's a goal and you think you're ahead, and then you have a lot of work to do still, right?
Yeah, they do, but we enjoy that. We wanted to show we got some fight, so it was good.
What about tomorrow? So, I mean, what do you do for a warm-down festival tonight? You know, a few beers, go out till 3 in the morning? No, you sort of, what do you do?
Yeah, I wish. What we do is we get in the ice baths and have some lot of water and go to sleep.
Okay, and I was also wondering, like, you must have your favourite sticks and things like that, or your favourite equipment, because some guys use, not old stuff, but they seem to have stuff that really works for them. Do you?
Yeah, I do. The Kookaburra stick's pretty good.
Yeah. All right, well, sweet. Well, you have an awesome sleep tonight, and tomorrow we have Belgium versus India, New Zealand versus Japan. Anything else to say to the great crowd tonight?
Nah, just really awesome, and hope to see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you very much, Blair Tarrant, the captain of the Vantage Black Sticks. We'll see you again here tomorrow in Mount Maunganui. Huge event tonight for the Black Sticks to have that win against Belgium, the Olympic silver medalists. And we'll see you at the first match tomorrow here in Mount Maunganui at 5:45. And have an awesome night.
Coverage of the University of Waikato Four Nations is proudly brought to you by Vantage Windows and Doors, Tauranga City Council, TECT, and Hamilton City Council.